chip this year. And y'all want to know what would be so crazy? Like, what if the Fever actually do it? Like, what if they win it all? Like, no one's talking about that. Like, I'm starting to think that a lot of teams is getting nervous and getting scared because momentum is a real thing. Momentum is a real energy saver. The momentum can make a difference in a basketball series, in a basketball tournament, because I'm telling you right now, and what's crazy about all this, sorry to get off topic, is that
the WNBA has modified its playoff structure, sparking criticism from multiple coaches and analysts who claim the Indiana Fever influenced these rule changes. The controversy stems from last season when the Fever voiced complaints about not receiving any home playoff games. Several teams appear frustrated with the Fever's return to playoff contention, as they possess a strong possibility of defeating the Atlanta Dream and advancing to the second round. Some observers suggest teams might reach the championship game this year, with the New York Liberty showing vulnerability. The potential for Indiana to capture a title creates an intriguing narrative, especially considering the absence of rookie sensation Caitlin Clark due to injury. The Fever's championship pursuit carries significant momentum despite losing half their roster to injuries throughout the season.
Is that the NBA got the best 3 out of 5. And so, like, y'all complaining about this format and, like, y'all want to get paid like NBA players. Well, guess what? The rules are going to change and all these different things are going to play a factor because it deserved to change. And I don't know, man, but going back to the Indiana Fever winning it all, I believe they got – bro, if they knock off the Dream tonight, which I really think they are going to knock them off, make it to round 2, they got a high chance.
This adversity has created a determined mindset within the organization, giving them something meaningful to fight for each game. The team's resilience and drive could prove decisive if they advance past Atlanta. Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammond expressed disapproval of the current 1-1-1 playoff format during recent interviews. Hammond criticized the travel requirements, particularly highlighting how teams like Phoenix face pressure in must-win situations while dealing with cross-country flights between games. She argued that professional leagues like the NBA regularly require such travel arrangements. Hammond's complaints seem contradictory given the league's push for increased recognition and legitimacy.
They got a high chance of actually pulling this off, guys. Like, could y'all imagine the Indiana Fever winning a WNBA title without Caitlin Clark? Do you know the storyline that is going to be? And like, what's crazy is that I will take it. A win is a win. So what? It didn't have Caitlin. So what? She's a champion, though. She will get a damn ring. Because they got bro, I'm telling you, they got the momentum of the streets. They got the momentum of the networks. They got the momentum.
The WNBA has sought NBA-level treatment and compensation, yet some figures resist adopting similar competitive standards. Professional sports leagues across hockey, football, and baseball all require extensive playoff travel. ESPN analyst Adrian Carter initially supported the format change, appreciating that every team would receive home game opportunities. However, after observing recent playoff games, Carter reversed her position. She argued the current system inadequately rewards higher seeds and insufficiently punishes lower seeds for regular season performance. Carter's analysis suggests that seeding becomes meaningless under the new format.
They got the momentum of the streets. They got the momentum of the networks. They got the momentum because they know they're playing for something. See, everybody else playing for something, but they ain't playing for the same thing that Fever are playing for. Half of our damn roster got hurt, bro. Think about that. Half of the team was hurt. They got something to play for. They got something to go out there every night to do something for, to make a difference. And I'm telling you right now, I believe if they knock off the Dream tonight, it's going to be more than Becky Hammond damn complaining. But let's head on over to...
Higher seeds lose the advantage of closing series at home after earning better regular season records. When lower seeds defeat higher seeds in early games, they shouldn't retain home court advantage for potential series clinching contests. The Aces situation exemplifies this concern. Despite losing to Seattle as the higher seed, they maintain the opportunity to close the series at home. The previous format awarded higher seeds 2 consecutive home games, creating genuine consequences for regular season performance. Lower seeds had to earn home court advantage by winning on the road first.
Let's head on over to X, man, because we got Becky Hammond and Adrian Carter from ESPN complaining about the format of the damn playoffs, because of the Indiana Fever, bro. But I'm done talking. Let's pull this up. Let's give it a listen because this is just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think these damn teams are getting nervous. Let's listen to Becky Hammond.
How do you feel about the 1-1-1 format this year?
I don't like it.
Carter believes this created appropriate incentives for regular season excellence. Supporters of the new format argue that playoff qualifying teams deserve home game opportunities after working to earn postseason berths. The previous system potentially denied some teams any home playoff games, disappointing fans who supported their teams throughout the regular season. The 1-1 format ensures all playoff teams can showcase postseason basketball for their home crowds. The debate reflects broader tensions about competitive balance versus entertainment value.
Format this year.
I don't like it. You look at a team like Phoenix, they have, dropping that one, they're going to have all the pressure unbelievably tough to now have to fly to New York. And New York has a tough one. Flying to Phoenix, back to New York, potentially back to Phoenix. I think this conversation came up last year when Indiana didn't get a game and they were upset. But for me, then.
But like, bro.
Traditional sports emphasize rewarding regular season performance through playoff advantages. However, the WNBA's smaller market size and developing fan base creates different considerations around maximizing fan engagement and revenue opportunities. Historical context shows the league previously used single elimination playoffs, which created even more dramatic consequences but potentially less entertainment value. The current discussion includes possibilities for best-of-5 series expansion following NBA precedents while maintaining the alternating venue concept. The format controversy highlights the WNBA's growing pains as it seeks increased legitimacy and revenue.
And they were upset, but for me, then.
But like, bro. The NBA do it all the time. Football does it all the time. You fly across the country, you got to fly across the country, bro. You're a professional sports league, bro. This is what you do. Hence why you have private damn flights. What's crazy to me is that they wanted this league to be taken so serious. Y'all wanted this notoriety. Y'all got it, and y'all bitching. Y'all bitching about having the notoriety. Now you're complaining about
Teams want NBA-level treatment and compensation, but sometimes resist the competitive standards that accompany professional sports. Travel requirements, schedule demands, and playoff pressure represent normal elements of elite athletics. Indiana's potential championship run would create compelling storylines regardless of format debates. A title without their marquee rookie would demonstrate organizational depth and coaching excellence. The team's injury-plagued season makes any success more meaningful, proving that adversity can forge championship mentality.
Now you're complaining about flights? I don't want to fly back to New York. I don't want to have to fly to New York. Like, what the? This is the playoffs, bro. Hockey got to fly back and forth. Football, baseball, you're in the damn playoffs, bro. My goodness, damn.
People just got to you got to finish better. Either move it to 5.
Move it to 5.
The timing of these complaints appears questionable, particularly as exciting playoff games demonstrate the format's entertainment value. Great games and competitive series should validate format changes rather than inspire criticism. The league benefits when multiple teams have realistic championship opportunities rather than predetermined outcomes based on seeding. Moving forward, the WNBA must balance competitive integrity with entertainment value and fan engagement. The current format represents a compromise between these competing interests, though perfect solutions may not exist.
Said, who made the decision to shut her down? Was it Caitlin Clark and her representatives, aka agents and medical team? Was it the Fever medical team and Fever management and Caitlin Clark all together? Who exactly ordered the code red? Because
teams earning playoff positions deserve home game opportunities, while higher seeds merit advantages for superior regular season performance. The controversy ultimately reflects the league's continued evolution and growth. Format debates occur in all professional sports as leagues adapt to changing circumstances and stakeholder needs. The WNBA's willingness to modify rules demonstrates responsiveness to team and fan concerns, even when changes create new disagreements. Tonight's Indiana-Atlanta matchup will test whether the Fever can capitalize on their momentum and advance deeper into the playoffs.
I mean, this is why we want transparency. Okay, you're dealing with the biggest star in women's sports, and you're seeing the effect of it, by the way. Indiana Fever playoff game, nearly 50% off the viewership from game 1 of last year to game 1 of this year. Yikes. And even worse,
regardless of format debates, competitive games and compelling storylines drive fan interest and league growth. The real test involves whether rule changes enhance or diminish the overall playoff experience for players, teams, and spectators. The WNBA playoffs have revealed a troubling situation that benefits no one involved. Television ratings for the postseason games broadcast on ESPN show a dramatic decline, with the Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream matchup being overshadowed by the Las Vegas Aces against Seattle Storm contest. While the Fever game did capture the crucial 1849 demographic, the overall numbers paint a concerning picture across the board.
even worse, seeing that drop off, I mean, actually it proves us right. It validates us but it makes the Indiana Fever look worse, that people were hanging on believing that Caitlin Clark was coming back. So this video emerged earlier, and it's Fever shoot around, and Caitlin Clark is all up in it. All right, she is all up in.
This decline represents a significant problem because it demonstrates a pattern that became evident throughout the regular season. Analysis of television viewership data revealed that while Fever games maintained exceptionally high ratings, contests not featuring Indiana saw only modest increases of approximately 10%. The disparity was stark. Bench Fever matchups averaged close to 1 million viewers, while other games drew roughly half that number, essentially doubling the audience of non-Indiana contests. The turning point occurred when Caitlin Clark was eliminated from playoff contention. Many supporters who initially came specifically for Clark but had continued supporting Indiana afterward immediately departed.
Is all up in this. Right here, right there. And she's out there just shooting threes, hanging out. And I'm like, this is exactly what a player does when they're going to play. Our return is coming. A return is imminent. And the problem with this is
this exodus became apparent through various metrics including social media engagement, search trends, and content consumption patterns. Multiple data sources confirm that the Clark phenomenon has effectively concluded. What makes this situation particularly notable is that the enthusiasm surrounding Clark didn't diminish due to her injury alone. Rather, many fans who had remained loyal to Indiana while awaiting Clark's return grew increasingly disinterested in watching the team perform. Once Clark's season officially ended, these viewers abandoned their commitment entirely, having endured what they perceived as tedious basketball for an extended period.
With this is it raises too many questions. You know, it just does. It gets people asking, what the hell is going on here exactly? I mean, what is going on? It helps to see her get better. It does, but why wouldn't she just be off her feet? She's not supposed to be coming back. I mean, the earliest we believe she would play basketball again.
The Aces vs. Storm game, meanwhile, performed as expected for typical WNBA standards, drawing 1.28 million viewers, approximately half of what Indiana would have attracted the previous year. These numbers align with historical performance for such matchups, representing solid viewership that likely mirrors previous seasons' 1.0 to 1.3 million range. While respectable, the contrast remains significant. The Indiana game managed only 950,000 viewers on ESPN. Had Clark been participating, or if this same game had occurred the previous year, projections suggest it would have reached 3 million viewers minimum.
Would be unrivaled, and I think a lot of us don't think she's actually going to play in that league. So you would be looking at May of next year. What are we doing? I mean, what are we doing? And it leads people like me to make these kind of videos. So after this came out, the question was asked. Jenny O just flat asked Scott Agnes. Scott,
Though scheduling conflicts with NFL programming may have contributed to the difference compared to the Aces Storm game, this highlights another fundamental challenge. The WNBA operates in direct competition with other major sports leagues, a reality that seems overlooked by various stakeholders. The league, players, and management must acknowledge this competitive landscape. Extending the season creates additional conflicts with established sports programming, particularly NBA games. The previous year created ideal conditions where summer WNBA viewing transitioned into fall, with many fans choosing women's basketball over NFL programming due to their season-long investment.
Scott, can you tell us if Caitlin is eligible to return for a playoff game this season? ? We know they said she's out for the season, but does that mean she's not eligible to play in the playoffs? Scott Agnes, sure, she's, quote, eligible, but she's out for the season. The decision has been made. I don't love the tone of that answer. I don't, because there's some, why you guys still asking? Well, it's because.
However, without that same investment level, audiences have returned to their traditional viewing habits. The viewership records Clark established appear unlikely to be repeated. She holds positions in approximately 15 of the top 20 most watched games in league history. The only non-Clark games achieving similar numbers were contests that preceded her appearances, specifically games that ran overtime and delayed Clark's subsequent game, keeping audiences tuned in. A Sky Aces game from the previous year and an Aces Liberty contest from this season represent the sole exceptions, both benefiting from their proximity to Clark matchups.
Well, it's because she's showing up shooting in a shoot around. That's why people are asking. That's why people are asking. You know, I mean, that's I mean, there's reasons that people are asking this question. Fever holding morning shoot around ahead of game 3. I mean, you know. Oh, yeah, here.
Future prospects for reaching 1.5 million viewers on smaller networks or attracting international audiences to stay awake for games appear dim. The league and Indiana have fundamentally mismanaged this opportunity. The organization achieved their apparent goal of reducing Indiana's viewership dominance, despite the team maintaining double the audience of other teams throughout the regular season, even without Clark. The supporters who were primarily Clark fans have departed, which appears to align with certain preferences within the league. However, the consequences are becoming clear.